Hi, good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome to today's class. So today we're going to take the theme of the new year and do some openers, just opening every part of our body, sort of welcoming the new year, as well as a little bit of detox from any holiday, post-holiday detox we might need. So that will involve some twists and a little building up of heat. And also, I wanted to talk just a little bit about New Year's resolutions. I don't know how you feel about New Year's resolutions. I'm sure there are some people who are really good at making lists and checking off every item of the list, and that works for them, and that's wonderful if that's how you are. But if you're one of the people who is not like that, such as myself, it might be a little bit easier to just take things in smaller steps. And maybe even if you just think about focusing on or think of what you would like your focus to be on for the year. Something you'd like to focus a little more on, some part of your life you would like to balance a little bit more, and just start from there. That might be an effective way to get started on any changes you would like to make. So with that idea, we're going to start, and hopefully I'll remember this in the coming weeks, but we're going to start our practices just by setting an intention of what you would like to accomplish just today, just starting in this class and then maybe through the rest of the day. Whether you would like to just open a certain part of your body a little more or feel a little more relaxed. What's your intention for today's practice? So with that, let's get started. And of course, as always, if you are able to access the chat, please say hello. Or if you're not watching this live, I always welcome any comments and I will respond to them. So a little clutter environment. Just get this on the screen. And if you have a block or a mat, a block or a strap handy, then that can be helpful in modifying some of the poses a little bit. Instead of a block, you can also use just a book a few inches thick, or a couple of books. And instead of a strap, you could use a scarf or belt. And one second, I just need to grab mine. I think they're behind some other stuff here. Okay, so let's start in a comfortable seated position. Let me adjust this a little bit so my head doesn't get cut off. And just take a moment to find the balance between your two sits bones. Try to make sure you're not falling backwards or forwards. It's common for people, especially if you're a little tighter in the hips, if you're sitting in this position, to start to fall back. So if that's the case, you can always put some kind of support under your bottom, like a blanket or a pillow or something. So once you find a stable, balanced position on your mat, I'd like you to draw your attention to your breath. And start by just noticing which parts of your body are moving with each inhalation and exhalation. And then notice the length of each inhalation and exhalation. And then I would like you to, or I invite you to set an intention for this practice as you sit with your breath for a couple of moments. This is my cat Spooky. I guess he'll be joining us today. Good, and now I invite you to transition to the Ujjayi breath. Excuse me. He was biting my hand, which is not unusual for him. So the Ujjayi breath is a yogic breath where you make an ocean sound, inhaling and exhaling through your nose by closing off the back of your throat a little bit, as if you're whispering or as if you're fogging up a mirror or your glasses. So if you're not familiar with that kind of breathing, you can get the feel of it first by just pretending that your palm is a mirror and you're trying to fog it up. So then, keeping that amount of constriction in your throat, you close your mouth and inhale and exhale through your nose, and you should hear a sound coming from the back of your throat. And you should also notice your breathing starting to lengthen. And you should also start to be more aware of your breathing using this breath. And I encourage you to practice this breath on your own so that it becomes comfortable, but if it's uncomfortable today or you just don't like it for some reason, just use your regular breathing. Excuse me. Good, and now just starting to move our bodies with our breath. So as you inhale, grab onto your knees and open your chest forward with bringing a slight arch into your lower back. And as you exhale, round your spine and look down towards your feet and draw your belly in. And inhale and exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And coming back to neutral, inhale. One arm up, bring it onto the opposite knee. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. And with each breath, with each inhalation, keep on thinking of lengthening. With each exhalation, just deepen the twist a little bit more. Just a tiny bit, like a micro movement. Inhale and exhale. And coming back to center, moving to the opposite side. Sorry, Spooky. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. And keep the twist fairly gentle right now since we're not really warm. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And come back to center. And let's just do some neck rolls. Exhale as your neck goes down. Inhale, or as your head goes down. Inhale as your head comes up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And maybe all the way around. And make sure you go in both directions. Good, and then just thread your fingers and push your hands forward. Take a couple breaths here. And then clasp your hands behind you. Press your hands back. Open the chest and take a couple breaths here. Bringing the shoulder blades together. Good, and release. And let's come onto all fours. And so your knees are aligned underneath your hips and your wrists are aligned underneath your shoulders, toes tucked under, and prepare for cat and cow. So inhale, look forward, drop your belly. Exhale, round your spine. Look towards your navel or between your knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, draw the belly in, round your spine. Inhale, release your belly, open the chest. And exhale, round your spine. Draw the belly in. Inhale. And exhale. Imagine you're pushing all of the air out of your stomach. And inhale. And exhale. And coming back to a neutral position. Exhale, right leg back. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, and inhale, raise your right leg. Toes pointing down. And make sure that your hips are aligned to the floor. So using our core here. Reaching in both directions. And then reach back, grab your foot. Kick your foot back, open your chest, open your shoulder. And lengthen, and exhale, release. And other side. Exhale your left foot back. Inhale your right arm forward. Exhale, inhale. Left foot up. Toes pointing down toward the floor. Level your hips. And reach back, grab your foot. Inhale, kick back, open your shoulders and chest. And release. Reach. And knee and hand down. And then bring your knees a little wider apart and sit back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward and exhale. Forehead towards the mat, bottom towards your heels. Just take a couple breaths here. And if this is bothering your shoulders, then you can bring your hands back a little bit or even by your sides. But if it feels like a nice stretch for your shoulders, then keep reaching forward. Taking full inhalations and exhalations. breathing with sound. Good. Inhale, look up. Exhale. And straighten into downward dog. Just walk in place for a few breaths. Make sure that you're spreading your fingers wide. And you might need to walk your feet a little closer to your hands so that you can bring your heels towards the mat or all the way onto the mat. Engaging your belly and engaging your pelvic floor. So drawing in around that area. Good, and then look forward and just step to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rounding your spine, slowly roll up to standing. Head coming up last. And reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust the lighting a little bit here. The sun is really bright through my window at this time of year since it's so low in the sky. So that creates kind of a glare in the background, which turns me into a shadow. So hopefully this will help a little bit. Good. So standing at the front of your mat, we're going to find mountain pose. So I'll just face the camera for a moment. Your feet can be hip distance apart, or you can have your big toes touching, depending on where you are with your balance and what your balance goals are. It's a little harder to balance with your toes touching, but also you can activate your bandhas a little more in your lower belly and your pelvic floor if your toes are touching. So just take a moment, just like at the beginning of class, moving in all directions until you feel your balance point. And you can spread your toes wide, really feeling the connection of your feet with the floor. And inhale, reach up, clasp your hands, index fingers pointing up. And exhale, reach to one side and look in the opposite direction. So really think about opening your rib cage here. Good. Inhale back to center. Change the clasp of your hands so your dominant thumb is underneath. And reach in the opposite direction. This should also be giving you a nice stretch in your abdominal area. Good. Exhale, release. And again, maybe just some shoulder rolls, and we'll get ready for sun salutations. And I will be pointing out modifications that you can take if you start to get too tired here. Come into mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. And you can bend your knees here especially if your hamstrings are very tight. Bringing your rib cage towards your thighs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into plank pose. And you can modify with your knees down if it's too much to be in full plank. Holding here. Really draw the belly in. Keep breathing. Breathing the sound. Fingers are spread wide. Pushing your heels away from you, keeping your legs active. And exhale. Drop your knees if they're not already down. Bring your elbows in. Come all the way down to the mat. Flip your feet. Forehead down, lengthening the back of your neck. And inhale, baby cobra, just coming up a slight little amount. Feeling your back muscles activating here. Your glutes activating. Exhale, release, tuck your toes. Come back into child's pose. Nice stretch here. Inhale, taking a breath. Exhale. And straighten your legs into downward dog. Bringing your heels towards the mat. Feet about hip widths apart. Shoulders away from your ears. And just take a couple breaths here. And each time you exhale, think about bringing your rib cage a little closer to your thighs. So really lengthening your upper body. Good. Inhale between your hands. And step forward. You can take many steps or just one step. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Come all the way up, always keeping a slight bend in your knees to avoid locking. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, step back. Plank, hold, draw the belly in. Pushing the floor away from you, pushing your heels away from you. You can also move from side to side here if you want. If you just want to keep movement. And exhale your knees down, elbows in, come all the way down. Flip your feet, lengthen the back of your neck. Inhale. And exhale your head back down. And now see if you can reach back and clasp your hands. And inhale, come up. And again, notice your back working here. Your glutes are active. And exhale back down. Hands next to your chest. Tuck your toes. And press back. Right into downward dog. And actually, you can always modify if you start to feel tired and you just need a rest. You can always modify and come into child's pose instead of downward dog. Good. Take a few breaths here, again, lengthening your upper body with each exhalation. Good, and look between your hands. Step forward. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Come all the way up. Exhale. Hands to heart. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Try to step back with a different foot each time, with the opposite foot each time. And inhale, exhale your knees down, come all the way down. Lengthen your neck, elbows in. Inhale, maybe a little higher cobra this time. And make sure that your chest is coming forward. So you're really opening here. At the same time, keeping your neck long so your shoulders away from your ears. You don't want to be hunching your shoulders. Nice length, nice openness here. And exhale, tuck your toes, and press back downward dog. Take a breath, exhale, lengthen, inhale your right leg up, look between your hands, step forward, and lower your left knee. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, we're gonna come up. And maybe do a slight back bend here, just opening your chest. You need to support with your legs and with your core to avoid collapsing into your back. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hips back and fold over your leg. Breathing into your hamstrings. Keep breathing deeply. That's another reason breathing with sound can be helpful, because it just keeps your awareness on your breath and keeps you in the deep breathing. And the deep breathing, of course, sends oxygen into all your cells and helps a lot with stretching. Good. Inhale, come forward. Straighten your left leg. Step back plank. Remember, you can always modify with your knees down here, but keep drawing the belly in. Inhale, exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tuck your toes. Downward dog or child's pose if you need a rest. And even if you need to rest a little longer in either downward dog or child's pose, that's fine. Just come back in whenever you're able to. You can even pause it if you want and come back. Inhale the left leg up, look between your hands. Step it through, right knee down. Take a breath here. And then inhale, come up. Try to open as much as possible here. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Inhale, exhale, fold over your leg. Breathe into your hamstring. Good. Inhale, forward. Come back. Bring your body back towards the front of the mat. Straighten your right leg and step all the way forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. And inhale, exhale. Inhale, chair pose. So again, in chair pose, your feet can be hip distance apart or your big toes touching. Usually it'll just be the same as wherever your feet were in mountain pose. But you can adjust if you'd like to. Make sure you draw your belly in. Lengthen your upper body as much as possible as you're sitting as deep as possible. So it's opposite motions here. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Hands to your heart and twist your left elbow onto your right thigh. Press your hands towards the center of your chest. Take a couple breaths. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist opposite side. Good, inhale center. And exhale, arms up to the side and fold. Inhale, look forward, plant your hands, step back, plank. Inhale, exhale, come all the way down. You can also come down with bent knees. Inhale, cobra. So if it's comfortable for you and doesn't bother your back, then you can come up a little higher each time. It's also an option to come into upward facing dog with your knees off the mat and your arms straight, but always keeping a micro bend in your elbows to avoid hyperextension. From wherever you are, tuck your toes and come into downward dog. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. And step your right foot forward. Come up, warrior one. So hips facing forward here. It can, if you have a short Achilles heel, it can be challenging to get your heel down, your back heel down. But do your best, and sometimes it helps to kind of rotate towards the inner part of your foot. Make sure, the most important part of this pose is just making sure that you're opening your chest. Good, inhale, lengthen, exhale, open into warrior two. You can take a slightly wider stance, gazing over your right fingertips. Really engaging your bandhas here. You're pulling in your pelvic floor and your lower belly. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, reach back, reverse warrior. So really feeling a deep stretch through our right side. Exhale, back into warrior two. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. So now we're feeling stretch to our left side. And if you have the space and flexibility, you can also bring your hands all the way down. Your fingertips. Good, inhale back into warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Step back plank. Inhale, exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, and exhale, tuck your toes, downward dog. Remember to lengthen your upper body as you exhale. If your hands are slipping at all, make sure your fingers are spread wide and you're really pressing your knuckles into the mat. And inhale, left leg up, step it through, and come up, warrior one. Opening your chest. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Stay with your breath. And inhale, exhale, reverse warrior. You can hear the breathing is a little harder, but stay with the breath. Really focus on breathing deeply here. Inhale, exhale, extended side angle. You don't have to bring your hand down. It's just if you have that space and you would like to. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. One last vinyasa. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're done. And just notice how your downward dog feels now as opposed to your first one today. Maybe your upper body feels a little more open. Maybe your heels are a little closer to the mat. Good, and look between your hands. Step forward. Inhale, exhale, fold. And just grab your elbows here. Really breathing into your hamstrings. Letting your body hang, using the weight of your body to expand your spine. Good, and slowly roll up to standing, head coming up last. And reach up, exhale, hands to heart. Good, so hopefully a little warmer, a little more open at this point. So come back into mountain pose. Find your center, find your breath, and get ready to work on balance. So, to help ourselves a little bit in this, we'll just make sure that your toes are spread wide, so you really have as much foot area on the mat as you can. And this tree pose and any balancing pose is at least 70% in the mind. Although as you get older, there are like physiological factors that make it harder to balance. But if you can calm your mind and really engage your core, and also find a point, something to focus on the floor, that will help. And there are many different tree postures. You don't have to have your foot all the way up. So if you're already working on your balance enough with your toe down, then just stay like this. But you do want to have your knee out to the side to open your hips here. So you can stay here. You can bring your foot anywhere on your leg except for your knee. And again, best for your balance to look at something that's not moving. So you can look at me if you don't know this pose, but then don't look anymore. Just look at something on the floor. about 6 feet in front of you. Something that's not moving. And find your breath. And if you're one of the lucky people that actually feels really comfortable here and you're not wobbling at all, you just feel strong in your tree, try closing your eyes. Good, and then maybe inhale your arms out. Open the chest, open your shoulders, bring your shoulder blades together. If it feels good, you can clasp your hands. And if you need to come out of it, that's fine, and you can always come back in. But if you would like to, before you put your foot down, just bring your ankle over your hip and slowly bend your standing leg. Feel your hip open even more. And then maybe reach towards the floor. Take a moment just to square off your hips. And exhale, drop your head. And think about bringing your nose closer to your knee. Breathing into your hip and your hamstring. Good, and then bend your standing leg. Slowly come up. And release. And other side. And if you're moments in your day when you're feeling frazzled or overwhelmed, if you can get to a place where you can actually come and do this pose, that can really help bring back like literal, balance, not just in the pose itself, but into your day and into your state of mind. So let's move on to the other side. And I know usually when we're feeling frazzled, we don't think of doing things like that. So maybe just put reminders around your house or something. And arms up. And also, it's really important to let go of any feelings of frustration that you might have in this pose. If you can't, it's not pleasant for you because you just keep falling out of the pose and you're getting frustrated with your balance. Just hold on to something. Or just keep your foot, your toes on the floor. If you're getting frustrated in this pose, then it's kind of defeating the purpose unless you can notice the frustration and just let it go. Good, and then bring your heel over your knee. Sitting until you feel your left hip start to open. And then reach toward the floor with your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen your upper body, and exhale, drop your head. Bring your nose towards your knee. Without straining. So just, my nose is not touching my knee. It's just like the thought of bringing your nose towards your knee. Don't try too hard. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knee. And slowly come up and release both feet on the floor. Maybe shake it out, especially if that was a lot for your ankles. This does take ankle strength, but like the more you practice it or other standing balance poses, the stronger your ankles will get. Or you could go ice skating a lot, that would probably work too. Good. So let's come into a wide stance here. Toes pointing forwards, your feet are parallel. And inhale, your arms out to the sides. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, bring your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. Look up, maybe slight back bend. So really opening as much as you can here. And then exhale. Head towards the floor and let your hands fall towards the floor as well. Deep breathing, breathing the sound. Good, now just release the clasp and bring your hands in line with your feet. Inhale, come onto your fingertips, look forward, and exhale. Bring your head towards the mat or towards a block. Now, if your head comes to the mat really easily here, then walk your feet a little closer together. If your head is almost touching the mat, but not quite, then bring your feet a little closer, or a little farther apart. Good, inhale, come onto your fingertips. Place your left hand on the mat and raise your right hand, twisting. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left arm up. And walking towards, see if you can grab onto your right ankle. Again, reach up. Or not, you can just keep the one hand down if you like. And over to the other side. You can also really just pull here and come deeper into the twist if that feels good. And then turning towards the back of your mat, we're just going to come into pigeon pose on your right side. Inhale, walk onto your fingertips, open your chest. And exhale, fold. And breathe into your hip. Come back to your breath here if you've kind of lost that focus. And inhale, onto your hands, reach back, grab your foot, push your foot towards you, and just bring your how to explain. It just twists slightly, and so you're opening your shoulders a little bit. And release. And then just bring your left foot over and your right leg back. Inhale, open your chest. And exhale, pigeon pose. Breathing into your hip. Good. Inhale, look up. Walk onto your hands. Bend your right knee. Push your heels towards your bottom. And release. And from here, just coming onto all fours. Actually, let's take one more child's pose. Just get a nice stretch in the upper body. Good. And now come onto your knees. Knees hip distance apart. Toes tucked under. And bring your hands to your waist with your thumbs supporting your lower back. Inhale, open your chest, press your hips forward. And exhale, drop your head back. Just really opening the upper body here. Keep pushing the hips forward. And inhale, engage your core. Gently come up. And exhale, child's pose. With your hands next to your feet this time. And then grab onto your heels. Slowly raise your hips. And roll towards the back of your head, giving the whole backside of your body, the whole backside of your body down to your tailbone. Nice stretch, as well as your shoulders. And release. And come onto your seat. Extend your feet forward. Take a moment to adjust the flesh under your sits bones so that you can really feel those bones on the mat, and you can keep your back as straight as possible. Again, if you really feel yourself falling back, then it's okay to place a little bit of support under your bottom, like a folded blanket. And inhale, reach up, exhale. Reach as far forward as you can. You don't have to grab your toes. You can also use a strap. And then exhale, drop your head. And breathe. And keep your legs engaged as much as possible. And that will help your upper body release. Keep pulling in your stomach and pelvic floor. And keep breathing deeply. breathing in positive energy and breathing out negative energy, anything that's not serving you anymore. Anything you've been just carrying around all year that you could get rid of now. Good. Inhale up and bring your right foot into your left thigh. Exhale, inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. So now folding over the left leg, it's going to require a little bit of a twist. And again, breathing in the new and light, and breathing out the old and anything that's not working for you anymore. Good. Inhale. Look ahead of you. Come all the way up and switch sides. Exhale, inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold and twist. And again, you can still be using the strap here. And we're not striving for this pose or any of the yoga poses. We're releasing as we exhale. And softening. Good. Inhale, look up, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And just bring your left knee up. Bring your left hand behind you, twisting. Inhale your right arm up and exhale. Come into a twist here. So there are different hand positions you can have depending on how deep you would like the twist to be. You can just have your hand here if this is too much, or you bring your upper arm to the outside of your leg. Or there's also a bind here. So thumb facing down, palm facing back. You can reach back and bind your left hand. Just grab your left hand or the wrist. So you can try any of those and just do whichever one works for you. And keep lengthening as you inhale and just slightly deepening the twist with the exhale. Good. Inhale, look forward, release, and switch sides. Inhale, right arm back. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale, twist. So again, you'll be able to see the bind better on this side. If you'd like to try that. So in order to do the bind, your shoulder has to be really into your leg here, and not like this. So there's no space between my armpit and my leg. And then palm facing back. Just hook the arm around the knee and grab the other hand. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Left leg is engaged, toe pointing up. Or toes pointing up. However many toes you have pointing up. And inhale, look back. Extend both legs out. Grab onto your knees and bring your weight back so you're balancing here on your tailbone. Keep your feet active, and then maybe release the grip and just use your core and your hip flexors. And slowly come down to the mat with control. So your core should be working here. And exhale. Draw your hips in, your knees into your chest. And arms out to the sides. Drop your knees over to one side. Look in the opposite direction. Shoulder blades down. And inhale back to center. Exhale. Opposite direction. Inhale back to center, and let's take an inversion, just quickly closing out the practice. So if you have a block, then you can just place it under your lower back, kind of your upper hips, and just stay here long enough to let the blood start to circulate out of your feet and legs. If you don't have a block, you can do the same thing without a block. It's just a little, takes a little more effort in your core. Or if you're comfortable with shoulder stand, you can just come into modified shoulder stand. Make sure that you're not hurting your neck here. The weight should be on your shoulders. Looking towards the tip of your nose. And if you have the space in your body, you could drop your knees next to your ears. Just squeeze your head for a second. And then coming out of this with control. Your hips all the way down, putting your toes, legs straight. Come up onto your elbows. And exhale, drop your head back. Look towards the tip of your nose, open your chest, shoulder blades together. Opening your neck as well here. And release your head. And take a deep breath. And exhale slowly through your mouth and count to 7 as you exhale. And release, coming back into your regular breathing pattern. Find your final relaxation pose. palms facing up, letting your feet fall out to the side. And take rest. And depending on your schedule, you could just take a short rest and end the practice here, or I'm going to do a guided relaxation followed by a short breathwork session and short meditation on loving kindness. So if this is where you're leaving today, thank you, namaste. Otherwise, feeling heavy on the mat, we're going to scan starting from our toes, noticing any remaining tension and just letting it go. And relaxing your toes, relaxing your feet, relaxing your ankles, relaxing your lower legs, relaxing your knees, relaxing your upper legs, relaxing your hips, relaxing your lower belly, relaxing your belly, relaxing your chest, relaxing your throat, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your upper arms, relaxing your elbows, relaxing your lower arms, relaxing your wrists, relaxing your hands, and relaxing your fingers. Relaxing your tailbone, relaxing your lower back, relaxing your middle back, relaxing your upper back, relaxing your shoulder blades, relaxing your neck, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your tongue, relaxing your lips, relaxing your cheek, relaxing your eyes, relaxing your eyebrows, and relaxing your forehead. And just imagine a final wave of relaxation washing over your body. Just light, warm energy from the top of your head all the way to the tips of your toes, and then back from your toes to the top of your head. Feeling completely relaxed now in your body. And now releasing any thinking or planning. Just bringing your attention to any sounds around you or your breath. And anytime you start to notice yourself, your mind starting to wander into tension or tense thoughts, just letting that go and coming back to your breath. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes, your hands and feet. Just noticing the space around you, noticing the contact of your body on the floor. And whenever you're ready, reach your arms over your head. Gently bend one knee and then the other, and bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. Good, and so now we're going to do, as I mentioned, do a quick pranayama and then loving kindness meditation. Thank you if you have to leave now, and thank you also if you are staying for the whole thing. Again, any time you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, this the grounding and the coming, letting go of any the thoughts. It's a good practice for. I'm not explaining myself very well. But what we just did is something that you can always come back to when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, and to help you just let go and ground yourself more in the present moment. So we're going to do the alternate nostril breathing. So resting your left hand on your left knee, index and middle fingers down. So we're going to use our ring finger and pinky to control our left nostril and our thumb to control our right nostril. First, just take a couple deep breaths through your nose. Good, and then closing your left nostril, inhale right. Hold, close both. And exhale left. And inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. And you would want to be looking towards, like, just past the tip of your nose here, so relaxing your eyes. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale left. And release. Take a couple deep breaths. And again, that's another exercise you can use just to relieve stress just on a daily basis. And now make sure you're comfortable. Place your hands in any comfortable position. I like to have my hands like this with my thumbs lightly touching. For some reason I was thinking big toes, but thumbs lightly touching. You can also just rest your hands on your legs or knees. And close your eyes. And we're going to first direct loving thoughts towards ourselves. So repeat after me, either out loud or just in your head. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from pain. And may I live with ease. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from pain. And may I live with ease. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be free from pain. And may I live with ease. And now that we have that feeling of loving kindness towards ourselves, we're going to direct those thoughts towards a person or a group of people. So take a moment to think of who you would like to send loving thoughts towards. It can be it's easiest to do it towards people that you have a positive, loving relationship right now with, but you can send those thoughts towards anyone. It can be very beneficial even to send it towards somebody that you don't particularly like or you're having a difficult relationship with. So whoever it is, repeat in your head or out loud. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from pain, and may you live with ease. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from pain, and may you live with ease. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from pain, and may you live with ease. And now we're going to direct those loving thoughts towards all sentient beings. So may all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be free from pain, and may all live with ease. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be free from pain, and may all live with ease. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be free from pain, and may all live with ease. And just take a moment to notice how you're feeling after doing that loving kindness meditation. And open your eyes whenever you're ready. And I just want to leave you with a thought, kind of again to end the last year and start the new one. Kind of going with what I was just talking about sending loving thoughts even towards people who you might dislike or have a difficult relationship with. Thank you so much, Rory, for joining me. And again, if anyone has to leave now, thank you so much for coming today and showing up. And enjoy the rest of your week or weekend. But I heard a really nice Buddhist talk on letting go of resentment, and they discussed 5 different types of people that you might feel resentment towards, and I'm just kind of jump to the last one and most difficult. With most people, that you can find something about them, something positive, that you can focus on and kind of let go of the rest. There are some people that maybe you can't find anything positive to focus on. And with those people, it might be helpful just to think of them as a very sick or injured person on a long path where they're not going to receive any help for a very long time. They're very far away from either their beginning or their destination. And if you can imagine them in that way, you might be able to feel compassion for them and thus let go of resentment. So just something to think about. And I encourage you to let go of resentment as much as you can to start this new year. And again, thank you for joining me. If you set an intention at the beginning of the practice, maybe think about carrying that intention into the rest of your day, maybe the rest of your week, maybe just the rest of the next couple days. And thank you so much. Namaste.